Hey friends, and welcome back to English Podcast for Listening and Speaking. Here, we gently explore the English language, making it feel less like a lesson and more like a calming story, helping you learn in a relaxed and reflective way. Today, we're diving into a very practical topic, making an appointment. This is incredibly useful for everyday life, like booking a doctor's visit, arranging a meeting, or planning your schedule. If this episode helps you, I'd love if you liked, subscribed, or left a kind comment and the topic you want to discuss. Please stay with us until the very end for all the insights. Before we listen to our conversation, I want to introduce just one key term that you'll hear. It's a very practical word, especially in the world of adulting and planning for the future. That word is financial advisor. A financial advisor is simply a person who gives recommendations about investing money. Think of them as someone who helps you make smart choices with your savings or your future investments. They might advise you on things like buying stocks, planning for retirement, or even just saving up for a big purchase like a house. You might need to make an appointment with a financial advisor if you're starting a new job and want to understand your retirement options, or maybe you've received some money and want advice on how to make it grow. Perhaps you're just looking to create a budget and need some expert guidance. In any of these situations, you would typically call their office to schedule a meeting, which is exactly what our dialogue today will be about. It's a common, helpful role in many people's lives. Good morning, McNeely Financial Advisors. How can I help you today? Hi, I'm calling to arrange an appointment with Miss McNeely. My name is Alex Chen. Certainly, Mr. Chen. Let me just pull up her calendar. How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then? Well, I was hoping for Thursday if possible. Let me double check that for you. I'm afraid Miss McNeely is booked solid on Thursday. She has back-to-back meetings all day. Oh, I see. Okay. Can you do Tuesday then? Is she free sometime on Tuesday afternoon? Sorry, Tuesday's no good either, Mr. Chen. She has a scheduled client meeting and an internal team session. She's completely unavailable. That's a bit tricky. How's Wednesday? Does Wednesday work for her at all? Perhaps in the morning? Let me check for Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday works perfectly. She has an opening at 10 a.m. Would that work for you, Mr. Chen? Yes, 10 a.m. on Wednesday works for me. That would be great. Thank you. Excellent. So, that's an appointment with Miss McNeely for Alex Chen, this Wednesday at 10 a.m. We look forward to seeing you then. Great. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Phew. That was quite the dance around the calendar, wasn't it? You know, sometimes, trying to set an appointment with a busy professional, like a financial advisor, can feel a little like a puzzle. They always seem to have their days. Well, as the dialogue put it so perfectly, booked solid. It's a common experience for so many of us, whether we're trying to see a doctor, book a meeting for work, or yes, connect with someone about our finances. It's interesting, isn't it? How a simple phone call can involve so much careful back and forth. Alex was very polite, and the receptionist was very helpful, even though Miss McNeely's schedule was quite packed. It reminds us that patience and clear communication are truly key when you're trying to align schedules with someone who is constantly on the go. We've all faced those moments, haven't we? Where you offer a time, and it's no good. Then you try another, and it's still no good. It can feel a little bit like a friendly game of ping pong, bouncing dates and times back and forth until finally, you hit that perfect shot. Wednesday works perfectly. But underneath that very relatable scenario, there's a quiet power in the language used. This isn't just a simple conversation, it's a rich tapestry of practical English phrases that we use every single day. Think about it. How many times do we need to ask if someone is available, or double-check a detail, or confirm if something is scheduled? This little exchange, this everyday interaction, is full of wonderful, useful vocabulary and sentence structures that are absolutely essential for navigating life in English. It shows us how to politely suggest times, how to respond when a time doesn't work, and how to eventually find that sweet spot for an appointment. So, with that in mind, let's take a calm, gentle dive into some of those precise words and phrases you just heard. We're going to pick them apart, one by one, so you can truly understand their meaning and how to use them yourself. We'll start with 4 very important words: available, double-check, scheduled, and booked solid. These are the pillars of making appointments in English. Alright, let's gently unpack these words, one by one, like opening a series of small, precious gifts. Each one holds a key to smoother conversations. First, let's talk about the word asterisk, available, asterisk. You heard this word when Alex asked, "Does she have any time available then?" What does available mean? Well, when we say someone or something is available, it means they are not busy, they are free to talk, or meet, or be used. Think of it as having an empty slot in your day, or a clear space. It's a very versatile word. For example, if you ask, "Are you available to talk next Tuesday?" you are asking if that person is free at that specific time. Or, if a doctor's office says, "The doctor is available for appointments on Friday morning," they mean she has open times on that morning. You might also say, "I'm not available right now. Can I call you back in an hour?" meaning you are currently occupied. It can even refer to things, like, "Is that meeting room available at noon?" asking if the room is free. So, available simply means ready and free to be used or met. Next, we have the phrase asterisk, double-check, asterisk. You might have heard this when thinking about verifying details of an appointment. To double-check something means to verify it again, to look at it a second time, just to make sure it's correct and accurate. It's a way of being careful and thorough. For instance, after you've typed an email, you might say, "Let me double-check that email before I send it," just to catch any mistakes. Or, if you're leaving home, you might double-check the address before you leave, to make sure you're going to the right place. Many people always double-check their alarm before they go to sleep, just to ensure it's set correctly for the morning. It's a quiet little habit that saves a lot of trouble. You might ask, "Did you double-check the spelling of her name?" just to be certain. It's a gentle reminder to take an extra moment to confirm something. Moving on to our third word, asterisk, scheduled, asterisk. This word is all about planning. When something is scheduled, it means it has been planned or arranged for a specific time. It's like putting an event into a calendar, giving it a fixed place and time. In the dialogue, you heard about Miss McNeely's busy schedule. When something is scheduled, it means it's on that plan. For example, the meeting is scheduled for 10 a.m. tomorrow, means it's planned to happen then. You might ask, "Is your dental appointment still scheduled for next week?" meaning, is it still on the calendar as planned? We often say, "We have a call scheduled with the client later today," which means the call has been set up to happen at a certain time. Or, even for public transport, the train is scheduled to arrive at 7:15, meaning that's its planned arrival time. Scheduled helps us organize our lives and know what's coming next. And finally, our fourth phrase, one that often brings a gentle sigh, asterisk, booked solid, asterisk. This phrase beautifully describes a situation where there is absolutely no available time or space left. When someone or something is booked solid, it means they are completely full, with no open slots whatsoever. It's like a puzzle where all the pieces have been placed, and there's no room for more. In the dialogue, the receptionist mentioned that Miss McNeely was booked solid. This means her calendar was completely full, without any openings for new appointments. Imagine a very popular restaurant on a Saturday night. They might tell you, the restaurant is booked solid every Saturday night, meaning there are no tables available. Or perhaps you're trying to reserve a room during a busy holiday season, and you hear, unfortunately, the hotel is booked solid for the entire month of July. For me, personally, sometimes I look at my own calendar and think, oh, my calendar is booked solid next week. I don't have any free slots. It means every moment is accounted for. Or, a popular salon, especially before holidays, might be booked solid, meaning you can't get an appointment because everyone else has already taken the available times. Booked solid is a very vivid way to say, there's no room at all. Now, let's listen to the same dialogue again, but this time, we'll play it a little slower. This will give you a chance to really hear the words we just talked about, like, available, double check, scheduled, and booked solid, in their natural context. Take a moment to simply listen and let the rhythm of the conversation sink in, noticing how these phrases are used. Dialogue plays at a slightly slower speed. Operator. Thank you for calling Financial Advisors. This is Laura. How may I help you? Alex. Hi, Laura. My name is Alex. I'm calling to arrange an appointment to meet with Miss McNeely. Operator. Okay, Alex. Let me check her schedule. How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then? Alex. I'm not sure. Let me double check my calendar for Thursday. Sorry, Thursday's no good. I have a prior appointment scheduled that day. Can you do Tuesday? Operator. Sorry, Tuesday's no good. Miss McNeely is booked solid on Tuesdays. How's Wednesday? Alex. Wednesday works. Is there anything available in the morning? Operator. Yes, she has a 9 a.m. opening on Wednesday. Does that work for you? Alex. Perfect. I'll take it. Operator. Okay, so, your appointment with Miss McNeely is scheduled for Wednesday at 9 a.m. Can I get a contact number for you, Alex? Alex. Sure, it's 555-123-4567. Operator. Got it. We'll see you then, Alex. Have a great day, Alex. You too, Laura. Thanks. Bye. Alright, we've listened to the dialogue twice now, and hopefully, those key words we explored earlier are starting to feel a little more familiar, a little more settled in your mind. Now, let's take an even closer, more detailed look at how the entire conversation flows. We're going to gently break down some of the most useful phrases and sentence structures that Alex and Laura used throughout their call. And then, the exciting part, we'll practice putting them together ourselves. This is where the magic truly begins to happen, where you start to feel a quiet confidence growing within you, ready to use these phrases in your own everyday conversations. Let's begin with the very first thing Alex said, setting the tone for the entire call. I'm calling to arrange an appointment to meet with Miss McNeely. This is such a wonderful, polite, and clear way to state your purpose when you pick up the phone. You are calling to arrange an appointment, which simply means to schedule, or to set up, a planned meeting. It's like saying, my reason for calling is to make a plan to meet. You could also use slightly different phrasing, depending on your preference or the specific situation. For example, you might say, I'd like to book an appointment, or, I need to schedule a meeting with, person's name. These phrases are all very common and perfectly understood. Let's try to practice this in your mind. Imagine you are calling to see your doctor. How would you start that phone call? You could gently form the words. Hello, I'm calling to arrange an appointment to see Dr. Smith. Or, if you're booking some personal time, perhaps for a haircut, you might softly say, Hi, I'd like to book an appointment for a haircut. Notice the gentle, clear intention embedded in these phrases. They make your purpose immediately clear without being abrupt. Now, once you've clearly stated your purpose, the person on the other end of the line, much like Laura, will often take the initiative and suggest a time or day. Laura asked, How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then? This phrase, how's day, is a wonderfully common and easy way to suggest a specific day. It's very natural. You can also use a slightly different approach, as Alex did when he asked, Can you do Tuesday? Both, how's day, and can you do day, are polite and widely used ways to check for someone's availability. They're essentially asking, Is this day possible for you? Let's try to think of a few more examples. If you want to suggest Monday afternoon, you might softly ask, How's Monday afternoon? Or, Can you do Monday afternoon? If you're getting more specific and offering exact times, you could ask, Does 2 p.m. work for you? Or, Is 4 o'clock good for you? These are all interchangeable and equally polite ways to propose a time. The key is to offer a time and then gently listen for the response. But what happens if the time or day that's suggested simply doesn't work for you? Alex found himself in this situation when Thursday was offered. He had to politely decline, saying, Sorry, Thursday's no good. I have a prior appointment scheduled that day. The phrase, no good, is a very simple, yet incredibly common and effective, way to say that something is not convenient, or not possible, for you. You can simply say, Sorry, day's no good. And, just like Alex did, it's often helpful and polite to offer a brief reason, even if it's just something general like, I have a prior appointment scheduled that day. This adds a layer of politeness and transparency. Other gentle ways to politely reject a time include, I'm afraid I'm not available then, or, that time doesn't work for me. You could even say, very simply, I have something else on then. The most important thing to remember here is to always add a softening word like, sorry, or, I'm afraid, before your refusal. It makes the rejection much more gentle and respectful. Now, after politely rejecting a time, the natural next step in the conversation is to either suggest an alternative time yourself or to ask for other options. Alex did this beautifully by asking, Can you do Tuesday? This keeps the conversation moving forward. Laura then, in turn, had to reject Tuesday, saying, Sorry, Tuesday's no good. Miss McNeely is booked solid on Tuesdays. Again, she used, no good, and provided a clear, brief reason, explaining that Miss McNeely was, booked solid, meaning she had no available time at all on Tuesdays. Then, Laura suggested another option. How's Wednesday? And Alex, finding this day suitable, accepted by saying, Wednesday works. Is there anything available in the morning? The phrase, Wednesday works, is a perfect, concise, and natural way to say, yes, that time is fine for me. You could also say, that works for me, or, yes, that's perfect, or even, great, I'll take it, as Alex did for the 9 a.m. slot. And remember, the phrase, does that work for you? Is also extremely common for checking if a proposed time is acceptable to the other person. It's all about finding that shared space on the calendar. Now, let's take a moment to try and put all these pieces together in a little practice session. I'll be one person in our mini conversation, and you can imagine yourself as the other. We'll go through a few simple back and forth exchanges. Don't feel pressured to say the words out loud, unless you want to, of course. Just gently form them in your mind. This is about building that quiet confidence and fluency at your own pace, in a relaxed way. Let's start with scenario number 1. Imagine you are calling to make an appointment for yourself. I will offer a time, and you will accept it. Me. Hello, this is the dental office. How can I gently help you today? You. Now, in your mind, imagine yourself saying something like, Hi. I'm calling to arrange an appointment for a dental checkup. Me. Okay, let me see here. How's next Monday at 10 a.m.? Does that work for you? You. Imagine yourself saying, softly, Yes, Monday at 10 a.m. works perfectly. Me. Great. We'll gently put you down for then. We look forward to seeing you. Excellent. Now, for scenario number 2. You call, I'll offer a time, but this time, you will politely reject it and then suggest an alternative. Me. Good morning, this is the IT support desk. How may I assist you? You. Imagine yourself saying, Hello, I'm calling to schedule a meeting with a technician. Me. All right, let me see. How about Friday afternoon, around 3 p.m.? Is that good for you? You. Imagine yourself saying, gently, Sorry, Friday's no good for me. I have another meeting scheduled. Can you do Tuesday morning instead? Me. Let me check. Yes. Tuesday at 11 a.m. is available. Does that work for you? You. Imagine yourself saying, Yes, Tuesday at 11 a.m. works for me. Thank you very much. And finally, for scenario number 3. I will be calling you to reschedule an existing appointment, and you will respond. Me. Hello, this is Sarah calling from the financial office. I'm calling about your appointment with Mr. Johnson tomorrow. Something unexpected has come up, and we need to gently reschedule. Does Thursday work for you instead? You. Imagine yourself saying, perhaps with a soft sigh, I'm afraid Thursday's no good for me. I'm completely booked solid that day. Me. Oh, I see. No worries at all. How about Friday morning? Is there anything available around 10 a.m. that would work for you? You. Imagine yourself saying, with relief, Yes, Friday at 10 a.m. works. I'll certainly take that. Me. Excellent. So that's Friday at 10 a.m. Thank you so much for your understanding. These mini dialogues are like little practice playgrounds. They help you quietly internalize these conversational patterns. The key, truly, is to remember these gentle phrases for requesting, for suggesting, for accepting, and for politely rejecting times. It's like learning the steps to a gentle dance of availability, and with these phrases, you now have all the steps. Keep practicing these in your mind, or even try whispering them out loud when you're in a quiet space. The more you use them, the more natural and comfortable they'll feel to you. And now, as we gently approach the close of our lesson on making appointments, it's time for one final listen to our main dialogue. This time, we'll play it at its original, normal speed. After all the gentle unpacking we've done, exploring the vocabulary, breaking down the phrases, and even practicing a little, you might be surprised at how much more you understand now. Listen closely, and simply let the words flow over you. Feel the quiet confidence that comes from recognizing those key phrases and understanding the natural rhythm of the conversation. It's a wonderful moment to notice your own progress, to truly feel the pieces of the puzzle settling into place. Here is the dialogue one last time. Dialogue playback. Normal speed. Wasn't that a wonderful feeling? To hear the conversation again and realize how much more clearly you understood it this time around? It's truly amazing how a little gentle focus and practice can open up a whole new world of understanding in English. Every time you revisit something, you deepen your connection to the language, bit by bit. And so, we gently bring our lesson on making appointments to a close. Think about how often we need to arrange things in our daily lives. Whether it's seeing a doctor, scheduling a meeting for work, or simply planning to meet a friend. Having the right words, the right phrases, truly makes all the difference. It helps us feel more confident, more connected, and more capable in our English conversations. Remember those key words we explored: available, double-check, scheduled, and booked solid. These aren't just words, they are little keys that unlock clearer communication. And those gentle phrases like, "I'm calling to arrange an appointment," or, "How's Thursday? Does she have any time available then?" They're your polite guides through the dance of scheduling. I hope this time we've spent together has left you feeling a little more at ease, a little more confident, and definitely more ready to make your next appointment in English. Keep practicing, even if it's just speaking these phrases softly to yourself. The more you use them, the more naturally they will flow. If you have any questions, or if there's a topic you'd love for us to explore in a future episode, please don't hesitate to visit the English Pod website. You can find more resources there, and it's a wonderful space to share your thoughts and suggestions. Your journey in English is a beautiful one, and I'm so glad we could share a part of it today.